end of the reading. Okay. So
So these are the 13 cards I've picked out?
yes, they are indeed. So do you know anything about tarot cards?
Not really.
No.
I've never had it done before.
Oh, well, this could be actually quite interesting for you. You don't have to. By the way, anything going on with your knees, hips, or legs right now?
Knees, hips, or legs right now? No, I would have to say not.
No old sports injuries?
No.
Okay, because you've got your first sword that you picked, interestingly enough, is the Seven of Swords, which, as a body part, covers your knees, hips, ankles, and feet.
No. All that's good.
That's good? Okay, because 9 times out of 10, that can be a health card, so it's good to know, you know. It's sitting in your house of partnerships, relationships, and marriage, however. So, there we go. So we're done. So, we're recording.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a reading for Jim on this 14th day of April in the year 2018. Now, you've got a card that's a little bit annoying if you're in a hurry, because all the sevens in the tarot deck there's usually a delay attached, and you actually have 2 sevens and you also have 2 5s. Okay, so there is some opposition and some transient things going on in your life right now. Okay, but the 7 of Wands is, in a sense, it's a good card because it tells you that you are on the right track. However, it's not going to work as fast as you want it to. So if you're not a patient person, this is not the card for you. Okay, so a little patience and a little fortitude going on here, and wait and see where the the pins drop is basically. And the interesting thing about this card in the middle is it not only relates to you, it relates to everybody that's in your circle of interest and care. So this could be partners, children.
There's a lot of people on the move and they just want to move on and they don't have the patience.
Probably, but
what is this card?
7 of Wands.
It looks like Peter Pan, but what does it mean?
Well, the 7 of Wands is telling you that you're basically have got your poop in a scoop, but it's not going to work as quickly or on your time schedule. So other people's time schedules and other people's direction, unfortunately, is going to be one of your stumbling blocks.
I've discovered that over half a century. I understand that.
Okay, well, this is covering in essence the next 12 months. So we're taking you from May of this year all the way to April of 2019. So this is what this is designed to do.
Say that one more time.
This is a time period that we're covering is from May of this year all the way to April of 2019.
Oh.
And we're going to also do a year's horoscope month by month in this at the end of the reading, okay?
Okay.
So, now, right now, your first house, not too shabby a card in that, because this first house always covers what's happened in the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Which one are you pointing to?
This one.
Wouldn't this be the first house? Because that's like 1 o'clock?
No.
That's 3 o'clock.
No, it's not.
No? Okay.
It's
Sorry.
it's an astrological reading, and you're looking at a horoscope, so no.
So
your
it starts
first house is Aries, and that's Aries, buddy.
Aries. That's my daughter's birthday in 2 days. She'll be
Okay.
16 years old.
Well, it's partnership and celebration time, so that's exactly what that card says. So
I had a great meeting with her yesterday.
Yeah, we have the last 4 weeks. We have the next 4 weeks coming up. Okay, so this is partnership, new beginnings, new starts. Well, she's 16. That's a new beginning for her.
Yeah.
And there might be some glimmerings of a really, really profitable business deal. Okay, or business opportunity. So if it hasn't happened in the last 4 weeks, keep your eye open for the 4 weeks that follow, because they could be very, very good for you as far as work and business and investment is concerned. Now, this is a good money card because this is your investment in yourself card. It's the Eight of Pentacles. So your finances and your money in general. This is you looking at your accumulated skills, talents, abilities, what you've invested in. And there's that little bit of that slow shift coming for you. You're ready to move into some fresh areas and some fresh kind of ventures probably, but don't try and get it all done at once. Just, let it grow, let it slowly morph into what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You don't work well in partnerships in general. So if you're running a business, you're much better to be your own boss. Either that or you've had some bad partners in the past.
And what's that card there? Says that?
Actually, this one's because they all correlate between one another.
This one and this one say that I'm better off
on your
running
own.
things on my own.
The things that, basically what it's saying is what you have already learned and invested in yourself is what you should be focusing on. Because
Right.
Partnership-wise, especially business-wise, yep, there's only room for one king, okay? Can't get two bums on a throne, okay? So...
I never really considered myself like the guy at the top of the hill, but...
Well, you
Is that what you're saying?
prefer to work under your own steam. You also prefer to work without supervision, and you like to do your own thing, and you really don't like somebody hanging over your shoulder telling you what to do.
It's always worked out well for me.
Okay, well...
You're absolutely right about that.
Yep, so there you go. This is whatever your working and career skills are, you're upping them up a notch, and it's not going to, as I said, be overnight, but it's slowly going up. So that's good news.
Okay.
Okay. Change of neighborhood is very likely in your third house. So,
My third house.
yes, your third house that's your second house money. Third house, I'm kind of, we've never done this before, so I'm sort of trying to explain what I'm doing, So this is your house of communication, your house of neighborhood, and it is also your house of brothers or sisters.
Okay.
So any brothers and sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you missing one?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's a little bit of sadness attached to one brother or sister.
Well, I mean, she's halfway across the country in Ontario, and...
You miss her.
Yeah, and I got a half-brother, and I haven't seen him in 20 years, but...
Okay, well, see, there is a change coming, but I think it's more likely to be them changing than you changing. So you have to wait and see what that one is.
Okay, that's interesting.
Now, is there also a thought of changing your residence?
Yes.
Because you've got the world sitting in your house of neighborhood, so you're...
I have the world sitting in
the world,
house
the
of
world,
neighborhoods.
the card is called the world.
Oh.
So the world is sitting in that third house. Therefore, you are either thinking of or actually moving to a new neighborhood or location, okay? And some of that may apply to your siblings as well, okay? It also includes sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws too, by the way. Now, communication, you are about to abandon a line of conversation, or you're not getting through to somebody, so it's not working. You're just, I think, going to stop doing it, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, that's exactly true. In the last week, I've been communicating too much, and I said, it's time I just shut up.
Well, it probably would work. And again, be patient, because all that talking hasn't gotten you anywhere, so you may as well slow down.
Yeah.
Let them do the
Yeah,
talking.
that's what everybody says.
Yeah,
My talking has gotten me nowhere.
So just zip the lip and let it flow, okay?
Correct.
So, hey, are you off to the States?
Well, I was in the States a few months ago, but I don't plan on it in the future.
I think you might be going to the States for some reason.
Why?
It's a little complicated, because it's a little bit of
How do you read that?
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so it's a little bit of a business or lifestyle opportunity. It's also hooking up with somebody and talking to somebody. So maybe there's some bridge mending going on there. Don't know. You have to wait and see. Now, you and the government.
But what you just said about the states, would that also correlate between me and my past with my grandparents because they came from Iowa?
Well, it could be. Yes.
Well, maybe that's all it is.
Yeah. Well, it could be. But you've got a link there to the United States. So.
Yeah.
Well, you could have a green card. Your parents were from the States.
Well, I don't go there much, but...
Well, it's always... Hey, you got the possibility. A lot of us couldn't. I
But
actually...
the total solar eclipse in Idaho in August was incredible, so maybe that's what you're reading. I don't know.
Well, maybe it was a turning point for you, that space and time.
Yeah, maybe.
Could be. Okay, so now, you and the government. Okay, what's going on there?
Nothing.
You have no business with the government at all?
No.
Any level of government, so that's municipal?
Well,
provincial?
other than paying child support for my kids.
Okay, so the court system, you deal with that?
Well, yeah, I'm just paying child support for my youngest daughter, and
Okay.
that's, well, no, there isn't much, well, I don't know.
Well, it does show up, and it's where you're working and where you're living that would have an effect on, if you're paying child support and you're, you've got to be there. If you've got how old is the child?
It's almost 16, and I don't even know what the rules are after 16. If she's able to make all her own decisions or what.
Well, that's maybe why it's sitting in your fourth house, because it may be that she isn't going to make some decisions now. In your house of children, funnily enough, you have the wish card. So that's one of the Dare to Dream cards. So what is it you wish from this child? Or what does this child want?
That's a wish card.
Mm-hmm.
The child that I have to pay child support for?
Yes.
I just wish her the best. I just saw her yesterday. And 2 days from now is her 16th birthday. I just wish her the best.
Okay, and is that your only child?
Nope.
Okay, so they've got older children.
I have an older child of 21 years of age.
Okay. Dark hair and dark eyes?
No. Not at all. Totally opposite.
Totally opposite. Well, then at 21...
She had really light hair and
so is
when
there...
she was out, no, she's a lifeguard and she's got blonde hair and blue eyes.
Okay, so and
which was kind of a shock to me.
The 16-year-old, what does she look like?
She looks more like me.
So she's darker eyed?
Yeah.
And hair is darker?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're probably more looking at the younger one than we are the elder one. The elder one, I think, is pretty well chosen a path and is very busy pursuing it, so that's good news. So,
yeah,
don't have to worry about that one.
Well, yeah, I know. She's 21 years old. I was busy when I was 21. I didn't want to hang around my parents either. So.
No, she's, she's independent-minded. She's on her own. She's picked her path, basically. Now, is the 16-year-old creative and artistic?
Very.
Okay, so maybe she's hit 16, she's making some decisions for herself as far as her creative, and she's unlikely this one will ever be anything like an accountant or anything sitting in an office. She's free spirit, she's creative, she's artistic, and she really loves life. So this may be her time to shine with her artistic side. Okay, maybe this is the year she decides she's going to go to art college or pursue something like that.
Well, I hope she doesn't do that because she's going to get nowhere with that. But
well, I don't know. I can remember.
I just want her to get a hold of a good job opportunity, and it does. No, like creative arts.
The point with her is that this one child is definitely artistic, creative, and enjoys beauty and enjoys creating beauty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if she can take off with that and find her niche, then she can make millions. But
you never know. It's what you're happy doing. This is also one of your other investment in yourself areas. This is, this is stuff that maybe's been sitting in a bank for a long time, or maybe an idea or an invention that you've got sitting, disused in a drawer or something.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the year that you want to really do a scan through your past ideas, inventions, interesting ideas, and maybe one or two of them are really worthy of reinvestigation.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, well, this could be one of the beautiful things about the Nine of Cups is it's the dumb good luck card.
Pardon?
Dumb good luck. So this is like being in the right place at the right time, like the movie star that got discovered at the soda bar and became a worldwide phenomenon. It's that kind of dumb good luck. Okay, so some of your ideas may have that. Reinvent them, and it could be it's their time to shine. Something to think about.
Okay.
Now, you are going to get a slap of the wet noodle from me about taking better care of yourself. Okay. Because this is your house of health. So if this is the year that things catch up with you. Okay, so be good to yourself. Eat your veggies.
Right.
Gentle exercise.
I always try.
Yeah, but just do that, because I think you've had something went down in your life about 7 years ago. And
7 years ago.
Yes.
7 years ago. That would have been the year 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a new awakening, I guess, in 2011.
Okay, so really pay attention to what that major change was 7 years ago. What went down, why it went down, and what was your reaction to it. And as far as, I think most of your major organs and everything look like they're working okay. Like you haven't got anything dramatically horrible, okay. But I think
far.
stress and, maybe even just overwork, like are you one of those guys who works very, very long hours?
Up until recently, yes, I will do whatever I have to do to get the job done.
Yeah. You might want to look at your timing and make sure that you have that life balance, that you have, you're doing something for you. This is out of your comfort zone right now, but you're doing it because you're seeking and looking. And why not? Make more.
Actually, this is totally comfortable for me because I've been uncomfortable by not seeking out inspiration.
Okay, well.
So to me, this is in my comfort zone.
So hopefully this is you looking at a gentler, sweeter life.
Okay.
So having something that relieves stress, something that you feel good about, something that you feel proud about. So that's what we need to work on. Now, do you actually have a boss, or are you self-employed?
Self-employed.
Okay. You managed to deal with some very difficult people. Okay. Do you have anything, this may sound like a weird question, but do you have anything that you should copyright or make sure that whatever you're doing is protected and somebody doesn't come in and steal your thunder?
I think I can expand on all my writings, and I am a good writer, unlike Rod Serling.
Yeah.
I love the Twilight Zone.
Okay, I do too. So
yeah, great. So, no, I think there's a lot that I can share with people, and my mother, who just passed away 2 years ago, and my dad just passed away 2 years ago as well. But they were both great storytellers, but what really gets me going is, why is it that people are telling me that I'm talking too much? Because they appreciated their stories, and my mother wrote a best-selling book. It went all across Canada. She was on the radio shows and
cool.
TV.
Yeah.
Stories of your life, 1001 questions, and how you can
Yeah.
parlay your life and send on a legacy to your own children.
Mm-hmm.
So what really confuses me is, why is it that my mom and everybody appreciated her stories, and my dad had his own, and they're both gone, but why is it that when I tell my stories, I'm like told 5 sentences on text, no 2 paragraphs, forget it.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
that's what confuses me.
Well, you're waiting for the approval of somebody who considers themselves a literary agent.
Oh.
So why don't you just self-publish?
Yeah, my mom wrote her own book. I was thinking about that.
Do you know what?
Between me and my last girlfriend, we could have written a book, and we could have gone on network TV and told a story of both of our lives and been millionaires, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
And I could have done it.
Yeah. So
I know I'm a good director. I used to produce films and all that kind of stuff. And
well, again, creative and artistic things.
But she's an alcoholic. There's a problem there. But if we could both amalgamate our efforts together, we could create this book, or not CD-ROM. I don't even know what's out there nowadays in the multimedia where you can pick up on marketing skills. But no, I know that we have a story to tell, and if we could bridge that together, like Rod Serling did in The Twilight Zone.
Well,
we could like, our stories are amazing.
So you need, well, the issue with this is your house of partnerships, relationship, values, marriage. Okay, very tough card to have in there, the Seven of Swords. So
why?
Because all tarot cards are 4 energy levels. They're you personally, you physically, psychologically, and there's also the degree of prophecy that comes with tarot cards. There was a lack of trust somewhere between you and this lady, and that's why it's gone sideways.
Well, there's a lack of trust between any 2 human beings.
No, but we're talking about you trying to get a project off the ground. And I think both of you had your own, both of you didn't on some level trust the other one with this and that. And I'll leave that one open because that card is very clear. You need to be honest with yourself about how you want to go about this. You want to publish a book, right? That's your main thing.
I could very easily on my own as well.
Yeah.
With or without anybody.
So you need to do it, and you need to ask yourself what's stopping you. Again, this is your own personal honesty. It's you personally. So sometimes the tarot cards can be tough on you. It's telling you, okay, you got this great story. It's like get off the pot or pee, So if you be honest with yourself, what is stopping you? What is stopping you getting this up and running?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe just the world and nobody buys books anymore.
I am waiting for a whole date on myself that I can take all the gift certificates that everybody who knows and loves me has given me so I can bomb chapters. Okay,
And you need the time to read them.
I make time.
Yeah.
I will have a day where I say, bye-bye world, the tea kettle goes on.
And it's great.
And I sit and
And it takes your mind to a place where you just feel relaxed and...
I love it. It's my day to say bye-bye to the planet. Fuzzy slippers, cups of tea, toast and marmalade. I'm done for the day.
Right.
Okay. So, you need to be honest with yourself and ask you what... And again, you've got a barrier card here and a barrier card here and a barrier...
Why is it a barrier card?
The 7s and 5s are a timing or an obstacle barrier, especially the 5s. Now, in your house of bosses, and you're the boss of yourself.
Aren't we all?
You are your biggest barrier, sorry.
Yeah, but I understand that.
Yeah.
We all are.
And be honest with yourself and, give it the Boy Scout try, okay? go for it.
But you said this is a barrier card? What's this one?
These ones too. Now, this is your house of education. It's also your house of vacations and travel. Okay. So, as I said, you've got 2 5s and 2 7s. And if you...
I don't see any numbers on these cards.
5,
Okay.
7.
Sorry, I don't have
5.
my glasses on.
Yeah. And they're Roman numerals. They're not...
Right.
Well, so, trust me, you have 2 7s and 2 5s.
That's bad?
No, it's not bad, but this is your area of resistance in your cards. Okay?
My area of resistance.
This is what you have to push against, and this is what you need to get out of your way. And as I said, you've got...
So I need to be more open, is that what you're saying?
Well, you be honest with yourself. Like, ask yourself seriously what you want and where you want to go.
Right.
And then, really, there isn't any... The only person who's stopping you, actually, is you. You really don't have a lot of opposition, okay? Like, you don't have... I don't want that guy to publish that book, and... Trust me, I have a couple of psychic friends who published their own books very successfully and done amazingly well. Point to be taken, Margaret Davenport. I don't know if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting that lady, the most amazing psychic on the planet. She does her own stuff. She doesn't wait for publishing.
I've heard of Sylvia Brown. That's the only one I've heard
This
of.
is a Calgary lady who is a phenomenon. She's amazing.
What's her name?
Margaret Davenport.
Oh.
Okay. You Google that lady, you'll blow your mind away. So really be honest with yourself about what you want to do with your books and what you want to do with your writing and the direction that you're going in. Okay. Now, one of the areas, do you have the copyright of your parents' books?
No, I don't have the copyright, but I have copies of of my mom's books.
Okay. Now, when your parents passed away, were you the only child?
No, one of 2.
One of 2. Okay. One of the things that you should look at is check the copyright. Was it just in her name, the book? No publisher?
Yeah. No, yeah, she was a self-publicating artist, and it was done 15 years ago or so.
You need to check out that somebody isn't going to steal your mum's work, because you can do that. You can take the title. You need to check into that, because as you've got 2 siblings who inherit their parents' estates and things, you could republish and reissue those books and actually do quite well.
I never even thought of that.
Well, your house of inheritance and your house of shared money has the strength card in it, so you've already got some assets there that, again, don't let the time lapse go on it, because just check into what the scenario is. There's all different things about publishing. For instance, I'll give you an example. Agatha Christie, when she passed away, made a foundation that her, children and her descendants would always get a cut of anything of hers that went out. So there's a whole big Agatha Christie sort of foundation.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you could do that with your parents. Okay.
Okay.
So really think about that one.
Well, no, I never considered that, but I'm always open to different suggestions. So.
Okay. And you've got the one sibling who's still...
Yeah, I have a full-blooded sister.
Yeah. So how is she standing with your parents' publishing?
Oh, she encouraged it all, and she was right there alongside of my mom. Well, it wasn't my dad. My dad published things for the family, but not for the scope of the world. But my mother, she sold books to Canada and France and other countries, I believe.
So you know what?
But no, she fares well with all that, and
you maybe want to check
it.
into that, because remember I asked you about copyright. I think it's your mum's books, because this is the house of your mother, and that's the card with the legal thing in it. So besides your child and child support, you might want to look into who owns the copyright now of your mother's books since she's passed, and can you and your sister actually.
But if they're not on the market, there is no copyright.
Well, yeah, but the issue is, if you let something just lie dormant like that, you could have some enterprising person pick up your mum's copyright and publish that book under their own different banner. And, you know, be the publisher for that book. So you maybe check into that, you know? And even, you know, even if you use it, and you don't forget, in your house of communication, you had the world. It's being annoying, isn't it?